guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make these amazing macrame necklaces. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and let's get into it. So for this tutorial you're going to need 3 meters of 9mm braided cord, some super glue, a pair of scissors and a magnetic clasp, which is 9mm in diameter. So the same as the cord you are using. So to get started, you want to take your cord and on the left hand side create a loop. Once you have created your loop, what you're going to do is take the end where you've got the tail, the longest tail of your cord, and you're going to hold this bunch of thread and put it in the middle of your loop. Then we're going to be working in a figure of 8. We're going to take the cord and put it underneath, keeping our left hand over here. Then what we're going to do is grab the cord, go into the middle, then from underneath grab the cord and slide this up like that. So that's our first knot here. Then what we're going to do is take the cord again, and it's looped around this side, back through the middle, then underneath the top in a figure of 8, and slide this knot up. If you're not used to macrame, this is a really good method to make sure your knots are how you want them to sit. But the easiest way to do it, in my opinion, is once you've done the first few, is lift up your cord. I've got mine in my left hand, which has the loop, and then the longer tail in my right because I'm right-handed. And what I'm going to do is take this cord, wrap it through the middle, pull it all through the loop, and that's our first part of our cord, and then we're going to pull it through the side so it comes out on the other side. Shuffle that knot up to where you want it to sit, then wrap around in the middle and then underneath the other side, pulling the cord through. And then underneath in our figure of 8, wrapping around the 2 edges of our loop. I'm just going to keep pulling that through, wrapping under, over the top, through the middle and underneath. Over the top, through the middle and underneath. Over the top, through the middle, underneath. Over the top, through the middle, underneath, over the top and through the middle. And what you want to do is keep working in this fashion until you get to the end. And you want to leave a small loop because that is how we will be creating our necklace. And they don't need to be perfect just yet, we can adjust them at the end, so don't worry. So we keep on working all the way down. Going over the top, through the middle, underneath, over the top. What we can do is just shuffle these down as we work. As you can see, this isn't a long process to do, which is really great if you want to make it as a gift for someone or to wear yourself. And just shuffle them up again. And we're now nearing the point where we're about to finish the braiding. So there you go. I have left a loop here which this is probably, you know, it's about the size of my thumb as a guideline. And what we want to do is just make sure we have our knots sitting how we want them to sit. So you can make them bigger, smaller, however you like. I quite like how mine are sitting. And as you can see, there is a slight curve here. And what we're going to do is pull on the end that our original starting point was. And as you'll see, is this end will shrink. What I want to do is just pull that tight as well. There you go. And what we can do is pull that really tight to try and shape it. And again, if you're not happy with any of it, you can still, at this point, alter the shape of them slightly. So there you go. All we need to do now is cut the cords and add the clasp. So I'm making this one for my mum. So what I'm going to do is just leave it longer than I normally would. So I'd normally leave it about my hand span, so I'm just going to leave it a tiny bit longer. And cut roughly in the same place on each side. Now for the fun part that involves super glue, I have some post-it notes and that's what I'm going to use just because I haven't got some kitchen paper towel. And I'm going to zoom you in. We need to attach our clasp, so first job is to separate the clasp and keep them away from each other because they like to attract. What we want to do is just take our super glue, which mine is stuck together and is probably going to start exploding everywhere. And what I'm going to do is put a few drops into the clasp. And what I'm going to do is just pinch the end of this and squeeze it in. Just being really careful not to get super glue on my fingers because I did that the other day and it took quite a lot of time to get rid of it all. There you go. So that's number one done. Now for number two, exactly the same process. Just going to plonk some super glue in there. Pinch the end tight. Just push that in to the clasp and hold. Ta-da! So that is our finished necklace, which I'm really pleased with it. I've done a couple of different colours. So I've also done a yellow one, which I've made slightly longer, and then a bluey green one, which is slightly shorter. And I'm really pleased with these. It's a really quick and easy necklace to make. It makes the statement. It's nice and chunky and soft when you wear it, so it's comfortable and it looks great. I am really pleased. If you like this tutorial, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.